Hello to all my viewers. It's a beautiful afternoon here where I'm at. How is everyone doing? It's been a while since I've posted a video. If you're viewing this video from YouTube and you like it, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, do the same. You can also share. Feel free to share. They say sharing is caring. It's been a while since I've posted a video, simply for the fact that I've been caught up with other things, as well as I've had a lot on my mind. And it has not been easy. It's not an easy period, but there is so much for me to give thanks for. And sometimes when I find myself complaining, sometimes I have to stop and say, you know what, Lord, I am so sorry for sounding so ungrateful, because as I'm complaining, there are people who are meeting it worse than I am. So I just want to take this period to just send a message of encouragement to anyone who is viewing. One of the things that I noticed is that I've noticed is that on my website, cupidandi.com, there is one particular blog that gets a lot of visits and views each day. I've had people commented on the video, on the website, on that page. It's for people. I shared my experience when you are going through living hell. And even before this whole coronavirus period and all of this drama started, people were viewing this video, and even more so now. And it's telling me that there are a lot of people out there who are going through a lot. There are a lot of people that are going through a lot. And there's so much inside of my heart. There's so much in my heart that I want to express, but I don't know how to start. But I just want to say that if you're viewing this video and you're going through a lot, know that there is hope. Sometimes your situation may seem hopeless, but there is hope. And sometimes we just want to escape, and there is nowhere to escape. And when there is nowhere to escape, because many times the thing is that it's not so much what is happening that makes us feel like we want to escape, but rather the kind of feelings that these circumstances cause inside of us. And so we want to just escape and find peace. But the thing is, you gotta find that peace within yourself. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of strength, faith, and perseverance. But you have to find the strength within yourself. You have to find the peace. That place that you need to escape is inside of yourself. It's not in another country. It's not in another job. It's not in another relationship. It's within yourself. Because every situation has its challenge. Every single situation has its challenges. And so you may be in a circumstance and you're telling yourself, if this circumstance could only change. I'd be happier. But then that circumstance changes, and then you find yourself in another one. At first you feel excited, whether it's a relationship. You feel excited whether it's a relationship, it's a job, it's a new town, it's a new house, it's a vacation, it's a new career, it's a new program that you're studying. After a while, you start facing challenges and you realize that the peace that you are seeking can only come from the place where you respond, which is within yourself. So regardless to what situation you are going through, although sometimes changing the outer environment needs to happen, especially if you are in an abusive relationship, if you are in a toxic workplace, if you are in circumstances that are overwhelming, sometimes the outer environment needs to change. But if there is nothing that you can do to change your outer environment, you gotta work from the inside out. Many times we find ourselves in circumstances and we tell ourselves that once we get out of this, that everything is gonna be perfect. But you realize that there is nothing named perfection, because in everything there will be challenges. And as a result, the best thing that you can do is start doing some self-work, finding ways to cope, finding a place, a quiet place that you can go and you can just sit quietly and maybe meditate, whether it's on the Word of God or on maybe some concept that is healing, and just sit in quiet and think, observe the environment and just find yourself, just let go. Or maybe it's listening to some preaching that is motivating, or maybe a motivational speech about life and development. Or maybe it is getting out with some friends and maybe just having a genuine conversation about what you're experiencing. Maybe it's taking a break, asking someone to take care of your children for a little while that you can trust, and maybe taking a 2 days break. Sometimes you just need it. So whatever your circumstance is, if you cannot take that change, if you cannot make that change in your outer environment, then you have to turn the focus inward. And oftentimes this is what helps me, because sometimes everybody's like, they look at me and it's like, okay, you look so happy-go-lucky and carefree. But that's not the case. I have my own burdens. I have days when I'm stressed, and I have days when I'm on top of the world, just like anybody else. But one thing I don't let happen is I do not let myself get in a rut, because the more you allow yourself to get in the rut, is the harder it is to really get out. So when I find that I'm getting too down-pressed or depressed or overwhelmed, I'll try to take a break and to get involved in something that will bring me back to that peaceful place that I know exists. It's turning inward. It's listening to some preaching, calming, something, whether it's Bible verses for me, it's some preaching by one of my favorite pastors that talks about life and how to get through tough times, or sometimes it's talking to someone, or it's listening music or something motivational, or these days I've even taken up walking. Because right now, when you're locked away inside trying to avoid the coronavirus, there are other implications. It's affecting your mental health. So as much as possible, you still need to try and get out, even if it's just for a little walk, so that you can clear your head and maybe talk to yourself as you're going along. But these are the strategies that I use. So whenever I feel like I am off balance and I'm getting overwhelmed and overthinking and thinking about the future and being all fearful and wondering how I'm gonna overcome and how I'm gonna get through whatever I need to do, I bring myself back to that peaceful place by listening something that's calming, talking to God, taking a walk, talking to myself, and getting my balance back. And it means that I detach myself from negative people and negative things like the news. When the news starts getting negative and it's trying to make me feel as if in the world there is no hope, I gotta remind myself that at the end of the day, God is in control. And as long as He's in control, I'm gonna be okay. So I don't know what it is that you are going through today, but my encouragement to you is, if you cannot find a way to change your outer environment, look inside. Start searching for those things that would have worked for you in the past. What is it that you did when you felt overwhelmed? Maybe this is worse for you right now, but some people have gone through worse than they are experiencing now. I know I've gone through some worse periods than I am going through right now. And so I'm able to look back at the things that I did to cope. And that is what helps me to keep grounded every time I feel like I'm losing control. But the thing is, you can't control what's out there. And this is something that I have to remind myself of. And everyone should remind themselves. You cannot control what is out there. God is in control. And the only thing that you have any control over is your response. Do I get up every day? And despite the challenges, I just say, thank God for life. And just go before me, God, and just help me to overcome whatever struggles. Do I get up and do I just sink in a hole, a rut for the entire day? Sometimes you have to rest. Sometimes you have to take a breather, and sometimes you will cry. Sometimes you may not be able to function to do anything, and that's okay. Because sometimes all you just need is some peace. A little time, a little rest, a little time to just get yourself back in balance. And so life is a constant battle. Some days you're okay, but sometimes you get up and you just gotta bring yourself back into balance. So it's just a continuous cycle of peace and joy, a little sadness, a little anger, a little feeling of overwhelm, issues, finances, relationship issues, work issues, unemployment issues. There's so many issues that we have coming at us, but at the end of the day, still gotta find that safe place within ourselves, learn to cope, and make the best of each day. Take time to rest, take time, take care of yourself, look your best, feel your best, eat right, do some exercises, and get yourself in order. Because at the end of the day, we don't know how long we're gonna live. None of us know. So even though we have to live, and we have to make the most of it. And we don't wanna act rashly to do anything that is unnecessary in this temporary situation, because this can't last forever. The situation cannot last forever. But you have to have the stamina, and you have to have the perseverance, the faith, if you're a believer in God, the faith in God, that this would not last forever, and that God is in control. And at the end of the day, we will experience these rough times, but we will also experience times of hope and happiness if we just focus on what really matters. So if you have food on your table, clothes on your body, and you have a way of paying your bills, and you have those basic things, give thanks. For those of you who are struggling, I pray that you find a way, maybe start doing some exploration. What is it that I can do, that I enjoy doing, that could be of value, so that I can offer this service and in return get some payment for it, so I can make a living. Now is not time to just sit and say, okay, well, the world is going to end. You know, we still have to carry on, we still have to move on, we still have to do the things that we have to do, and let God do the rest. Cannot control what is happening, but we can control how we respond to what is happening. And that's my little talk with you. And to have a blessed day. I will post this on my website. And so for those of you who are going through living hell, you can also look at that blog, but feel free to comment. And all the best. Know that everything has its seasons, and this is just one of those seasons that it's abnormal, it's very chaotic, and it's a little bit hopeless. But for me, I have hope in God, and I know that this can't last forever. And I'm just gonna be content and give thanks still, despite all of that. Alright? So have a blessed day. I pray that this video would have blessed you in any way. And take care. And please feel free to leave your responses. Bye.